Okay. All right. Arish, stay on. We've got Nimesh with some analysis. Nimesh has been looking at some of the leaders in individual sectors. So what is this analysis showing up?
So I was just looking at some data, and if you look at the stocks which have hit all-time highs this week, all are sector leaders within those sectors, right? So if you look at, say, Indigo has hit an all-time high, leader in aviation. HDFC Bank, the leader of banking, has hit an all-time high. Eicher Motors in autos has hit an all-time high, and so is Bharti Airtel in telecom. So all five leaders within the space have done an all-time high. But that's not the story. The story is within the sectors itself, there has been a stark difference between the leaders and the peers as well. I'll just identify within those four names, right? Look at Indigo. Y2D returns. Y2D, the Indigo stock is up 15%, whereas SpiceJet, even after the fundraise, is down 12%. So that's the kind of divergence we've seen within the aviation stock. Second stock is Bharti Airtel. Y2D, the stock is up 17%, whereas Vodafone Idea is still down 10%. HDFC Bank, Y2D, the stock is up 6%, and Bandhan Bank is down 1%. And so is the case with Eicher Motors. The stock is up 16% Y2D. At the same time, Ola Electric is down 41%. This is the Y2D data. But even if you look at a longer period, say 1 year period, that gives a similar story. The leaders have actually outperformed in this market. Indigo in last 1 year is up 47%, whereas SpiceJet is still down 20%. Bharti Airtel, everybody's chasing the Vodafone story and AGR and whatever. Bharti Airtel last 1 year is up 47 versus Vodafone Idea down 45. So the alpha is almost 90% if you're in the right stock in the right sector, right? So that's the story there. HDFC Bank, the stock, Y2D, the stock is up 27. Bandhan is still down 8.5%, 9%. And even in Eicher Motors, Y2D, the stock is up 30%, whereas Ola Electric, which all the fanfare, is down 34%. So even in auto, the alpha could be as high as 70% if you're not in the right stock or if you have to be in the right stock. So what is the key message? In uncertain times, normally the market seems to chase the leaders or hide with the leaders. So that's one big message. The other is, it's a very old saying, the turnarounds rarely turn. A lot of people bet on this turnaround stories like SpiceJet and Vodafone, but the fact is if you stick to the leaders, you normally make a lot of returns. So that was a key message. I was just looking at not all-time highs which have hit the stocks, but within those sector leaders, it's definitely the sector leaders which have outperformed the peers in a very big margin, especially in these uncertain markets.
Okay, so the big boys are